A woman has 3 kids. She should be looking for a man who's a lot older.
So earlier today, I was getting some emails as I was getting some work, and a brother sent me this particular podcast. Now, it's a clip from a podcast from a lady who's talking about dating preferences. Now, if you guys have ever listened to Kendra G, for an example, on Kendra G's show, there are women who have kids. There's nothing wrong with women who have kids, guys. It's not, I don't have anything against them. But one of the things you typically will hear is, I'm looking for an older man who's established, right? Now, why is that? Because he's older and has more money. So I would like him to come in and not only take care of me, but take care of these kids that are not his. And guys, this is tending to be a dating strategy from a lot of ladies that I'm seeing, either if it's online or on Tinder and things like that. In other words, they have already given up on the fact that guys their age will not touch them, okay? So if they're 33 or 34 with like 2 kids, they're almost certain that in today's age, a man her age or younger will not deal with him. So now the target has now become older men who are older, who they find to be, let's be real, less attractive. Okay. The guys their age is who they would favor physically, but they don't feel like those guys that they physically want would be interested in them. So I want you to listen to this clip of what the strategy is in today's world, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
A woman has 3 kids. She should be looking for a man who's a lot older, who's already able to take care of her and her 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be talking to guys who are around our age, like, because they're gonna say the same thing. Like, I'm not taking on that baggage.
Now, what I would like you to hear is this particular guy's response. Now I want y'all to bleep out some of the curse words and profanities he's using. He's an older guy, but I want you guys to hear what he has to say, and then we'll come back.
In other words, fellas, the woman with 3 kids, she look. She done got hoed out, played out, beat out, and laid out. So now she's on her last desperate effort to find a man. So she got to find an older man. And of course, she's going to be feminine. She's going to be submissive. She's going to be cooperative. Because she ain't got no choice. Nobody wants a hoed out 3 kids. I'm speaking facts.
So guys, you've heard that. Let me just say this. I'm a guy who is 41 years old, okay? And, what I'm seeing is, from a lot of ladies, is, they're looking for a guy who has worked hard, established himself, and they think that, okay, look, this is the guy who is most likely to come in and want to take care of your kids. Here's what they don't understand. The older a guy is and the more money he has, the more selective he tends to be. And I'm going to just put some of these comments up here, guys. You see them from the video. I won't even read them, but it's so many guys saying no, hell no, it's not going to be me. Because when you're like, you've worked so hard in your life to establish yourself as a man, right? This is no disrespect to anybody that has kids, but you're 40, you're 45, you're 50. You went to graduate school, and you don't have any kids, or you have a kid. You want to date the most optimum, best mate for you. And what women are looking for is what they get out of the relationship. Again, they're not understanding men. They think because you're old, you don't have any options. That's what women are thinking about, right? And we talked about, recently Scottie Pippen. Maybe we could post that picture there. He's 56 with a 25-year woman. They feel like that you can't do any better than that because you're 50, 55. They're not even looking at the fact like, you might be an older guy, but you can keep yourself together. You may have standards. You work out. They feel like you're this old dude that, doesn't care about yourself. And so what's going to happen is, well, let me have the best of both worlds. Let me get this old guy who has money and stability to take care of my kids. And what they're not talking about is the guys that they find physically attractive, they're going to just go and deal with that guy, right? And they're still going to be cheating on you with that guy. And the reality is that guys who have money, they know what they have. And being a father to somebody's kids is not theirs is not an optimum choice. What can guys do that have money? Let's talk about it. They can go overseas. It's something that happens all the time. Black men are dating women in Brazil, in Dominican Republic, other parts of the world. Many guys have been married and divorced. They are not interested in that kind of financial commitment. Men also don't want to put in the effort to raise somebody else's kids or go through situations with baby daddies, which is quite common. And then fork over bills. I talked about it here on my channel recently. What is the current rate of raising a child in today's world? From 0 to 18, $310,000. So because a man is older, he wants to do that. Most men have already raised their own kids. They're looking forward to raise their own and to be dealing with somebody's kids that will say stuff like, "You're not my daddy." Or for some woman to say, "You can't discipline my kids." All of those other things. The question is this: what does a man get in return for that? I can tell you, this is very important. Don't be offended, but not very much. Most men, listen to what I'm saying, who are older, and for you ladies who are targeting them as if they have no options, what are these guys going to get in return from raising your kids? Do you even like those guys? You're only going after them because you feel like they're old, right? You don't even like them. You're not even liking them for the fact that, okay, what do you have in common with them? What can you do for them? You're only looking at, well, they have money. My kids need to be taken care of. And the thinking should be, well, shoot, maybe, listen to what I'm going to say. Maybe if I would have thought about the man that I had these kids for, I wouldn't be in a situation. What does he have to offer me? Right? You're not even thinking about that. It's not even in the conversation. And that is where the problem lies, guys. You're not looking at any partitions of that. That's what we're talking about. That's the issue here. And why is that the case? I want to know. I'd like to know. I would like to know. And that's the situation here. Ladies don't understand men. They're only looking at, in this case, these ladies, what they can get from men, but they're never looking at why a man would pick you over some woman that doesn't have kids. Again, not understanding what men want. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.